This video is for current 7th graders who are entering the 8th grade and need some help on the txmyzone site. The first thing we want to realize is that I've actually already logged in for an 8th grader. At the login screen I entered the student's ID number, their birth date, and the last 4 digits of their social security number. And when I did that, it brought up a welcome screen, and I hit OK, and now I'm at this screen right here. First thing I want you to realize is this units remaining up here. There's a 6 right there. That is how many courses or how many units you have left. Our goal is to bring that down to a 0. The next thing I want you to notice is right over here where it says requested courses. Basically, we've already had these courses preloaded in because based on what you're currently taking and what you're eligible to take next year. So you'll see that this student is already registered for 3801, which is science. The student's already registered for 4801, which is social studies. As a 7th grader, this student was in on-level math as a 7th grader, and so it automatically placed the student into 2801. If you were in PACE math, you should see here 2811, which was PACE math, and you should be moved into algebra. And if you were a 7th grader who was in algebra, you should see geometry here. In other words, it should place you in the course, the next math course in sequence. And then even scrolling down here, you can see that this student has been placed in apps. If you're a Quest student, you should automatically be placed in Quest. So those courses are already done. If you're an Avid student, you're interested in taking Avid, you will be signed up for you'll be signed up for apps right now, the general apps course, and then once you go through the interview and application process, we'll then move you over to the Avid class. So right now, all students should be enrolled in apps or in Quest based on where they were during their 7th grade year. So those are already requested courses, so we don't really have to worry about any of that. The only remaining core courses that we have then are our language arts courses. So you come over here, you can see, okay, I can either take 1821, which is the pre-AP option, or I can take 1801, which is the regular option. Let's just say that I want to go ahead and take the pre-AP course. I've done that on my choice sheet, so I'm going to put a check mark here. I do that, and you'll notice that it comes over here to our requested courses. Let's say I've made a mistake. I hit the X, it comes back over, and then let's say I want to take on level, and there it is. Now the other thing you want to notice is that when you come up here, since I've selected that, now I have 4 more units remaining. Okay, those 4 units mean your 2 elective courses. So we can come over here and we can just scroll through the top here and realize that none of those matter because they've already been selected for us. And we can come over here and let's say that I obviously I'm a boy here in this one because boys athletics for boys is available. Let's say that I want to play football as an 8th grader, so I put a check mark there. Comes over here to my requested courses, and you notice that I have 2 units remaining. Okay, so I can come over here and let's say that I want to take Spanish, so I do that. I come over here and there's Spanish, and now I have 0 units remaining. In other words, all of the check marks that I put on my course sheet, I need to make sure they're over here in my requested sections. Let's say that I was not going to take athletics because as an 8th grader I'm not required to take athletics, PE or its equivalent, so I still have 2 units remaining. I have another option. So I'm still going to take Spanish, so that's over here in my requested courses. And somewhere over here. Spanish, there it is. So instead of taking athletics, let's say that I'm a band student. So I click band and I go back to 0. So you can kind of see how the system works. Once you're done and you're at 0 and you have all of your core courses in here, you have your apps or Quest course in here, and then you have your electives, whether they be 2 full-year electives or 2 semester-long electives and a full-year elective or whatever combination you choose. Once you have those over here in your requested course section and that reads 0, you're going to click submit. And when you click submit, it's going to say, okay, are you sure? Because once you hit continue, you're not going to be able to make any changes. In order to make changes, you'll actually have to contact your counselor or the counseling office for us to reset it for you and get it correct. So I'm going to go ahead and click cancel here so I don't submit for this individual. So last year we did do alternate courses. We're not putting those in this year simply because at this point in time they're not necessary. We were able to get most of our students their first choice. However, if your first choice does not work out, we will put you in an alternate course. That is pretty much the end of this tutorial. Thanks.